Hello everyone, I welcome you to Agriculture Science, and today I am back with the 10th house in astrology. So what is 10th house? 10th house is the house of karma. Means whatever sort of work we are entitled to do in this life, this can be seen from the 10th house of astrology, that is the karma sthan. It is basically the highest of the Kendra houses, means the houses 1, 4, 7 and 10. These four houses are the Kendra sthan or the quadrants. They are basically the pillars of the horoscope, because these four houses always say that what are the important sectors in our life, means from the daily whatever the daily works we do in our life can be seen through these four houses. And the highest of the Kendra houses is the 10th house, that is the karma sthan. Means whatever sort of work or whatever sort of karma we do in this life, good karma or bad karma, whatever karma you do, that can be seen from the 10th house in astrology. Now the interesting part is that the 10th house and the 10th lord is not a friend of the Lagna lord or the Lagna. Means when you talk about astrology. So when you talk about the karma and at the same time we are talking about that it is not a friend of the Lagna lord. So how it works? It works very simply and very beautifully. See, basically this is the house where we have to prove ourselves, means where we have to go out in the world and we have to do the work. And based on that work we will get the result from the 11th house, that is the house of gains. So in this house we have to work it out, we have to fight it out. Means whatever work we do, that work can be bad, that work can be good, whatever work. I am not talking about the means of livelihood. Obviously the means of livelihood, whatever career and whatever profession we choose in this lifetime is also seen from the 10th house, the career and profession. Basically that is the most important part nowadays, because now when people talk about the 10th house they only mean the career and profession, but that is not the case. Overall, whatever karma you do, whatever work you do in this lifetime, right from the morning to night, whatever work you do, either you are doing in an organized way, either you are missing the basic discipline in your work, everything can be seen from the 10th house, and everything comes into the part of karma. Because when you are not following the rules of karma, when you are not following the rules and regulations, the law and the judgment, then what happens? When the judgment comes, it comes against us. That can be also seen from the 11th house of gains, because what we actually sow, the same thing we reap actually. So that all can be seen from the 10th house. 10th house basically deals with the name, fame, status. There is a reason for it. 10th house deals with the afternoon sky, that is the mid-heaven, that is the time from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when the sun is just above the head of us. The sign and the brightness of sun cannot be ignored that time. It is so hot and bright. It is just above our head, that is in the mid-heaven, zenith, what you call. So that time, that particular situation is called, can be considered with the 10th house. So 10th house deals with the name, fame and status. Means our status in the eyes of the world. Because just opposite to the 10th house is the 4th house of home, shelter, protection, security. When we talk about the 4th house, that time we are inside the home. Means whatever we do inside the home, that is completely confined to us, because that deals with the peace of mind. But when you go out in the world, now in the outside the world we are not in the security and protection. Now we have to fight it out. We have to give the constant efforts in order to fight the current situations and the future prospect also. So what happens basically, in order to get that name, fame and status, we have to work hard. Sometimes it may happen that giving a little bit of hard work we get a lot of things, a lot of awards, recognitions. But sometimes it happens that it takes a lot of us, it takes a hell lot of work from us to achieve that particular thing. So that everything can be seen from the 10th house. That recognitions, awards, honors, titles. Means suppose you have joined a company, you have joined institution, and you have suddenly got some award, recognition, titles from that institution, can be seen from the 10th house. Basically 10th house deals with the government, means working with the government. That can be seen from the 10th house. So if you are a government employee, if you are working with the government, that can also be seen from the 10th house. If we talk about the meritorious deeds, suppose a benefic is sitting in the 10th house, or benefic is aspecting the 10th house, or the 10th house is hemmed between two benefics. For example, a benefic like Jupiter is sitting in the 11th house, and a benefic like Venus is sitting in the 9th house, and the 10th house is between the 11th house and the 9th house. So in that particular case, it is also a type of Subkartari Yoga, means the two benefic planets are now joining together in between the sandwiched, that is the 10th house. So that particular case, what happens, the person do some meritorious deeds, noble deeds. So that can also be seen through the 10th house. So after all these things, still I will say that according to astrology, 10th house is not friendly, or the 10th lord is not friendly with the Lagna lord, because 10th house is also a part of Upachya houses, means 3, 6, 10, 11. They are the Upachya houses. These houses grow with time, and they will grow only if we fight it out, if we give the constant efforts. If we don't give the constant efforts, they will not grow. Yes, surely they will grow, but we have to give that constant efforts. Then only it will grow. Then only we will get the ripened fruit. And what we do, whatever karma we do, that can be seen through that particular 10th house. According to Uttar Kalamrit, that is the very famous composition by poet Kalidas. In that astrological work, Kalidas writes that when you talk about the 10th house also deals with our teachers. 10th house deals with the working with the government. 10th house deals with anyone, any gadgeted officer who is using a seal. Means suppose you have gone to a government officer, and you know that until and unless he puts his seal, that government seal over that paper, your work will not be done. That particular thing can be seen through the 10th house. According to Kalidas, in Uttar Kalamrit he mentions it. 10th house is also the gain of the 9th house. That is the reason in the 9th house we talk about the higher learning, wisdom, higher intellect, the teachings and wisdom which we get from the Guru and the Father. Because whatever composition of knowledge we have, the same type of work we will be doing in the 10th house. If you are not having the proper knowledge, if you are not having the proper wisdom, means I am not judging it, I am just talking that whatever we have basically, the same thing will be reflected through our work. If we have a noble higher intellect, then our deeds will be noble. And if we have the higher intellect related to some negative prospect, then our work will be reflecting that whatever prospect we have in our mind and soul. That is the reason 10th house is also the gain of the 9th house. And 9th house also deals with the mantra, that scriptures, but either we are getting that benefit of that mantra, means somebody is chanting the mantra, that can be seen from the 9th house, but either we are getting the complete power of that particular mantra, we are getting the complete result of that particular mantra, acquisition of power through that mantra can be seen from the 10th house, because it is the gain of the 9th house, it is second from the 9th house. That is also according to Uttar Kalamrit. 10th house also deals with the thighs, means if we consider our body, then thighs can be seen from the 10th house. 10th house deals with the medicines, means somebody can be a doctor, can be seen from the 10th house, that medicines can be seen from the 10th house according to Uttar Kalamrit. If we talk about the benefics in the 10th house, then here I will talk about something, that suppose a benefic is sitting in the 10th house. I'm talking about the natural benefics. For example, Mercury, Jupiter or Venus, means unafflicted Mercury I'm talking about. Then this particular situation is called Amal Kirti Yoga, means Amla Yoga. Means according to this yoga, the person normally do noble deeds. I'm not talking about the livelihood, the means of livelihood. It does not mean that the person will be very wealthy and very rich. I'm not talking about that. Means whatever karma they will do, they will be recognized as a noble person. Their name, fame, status will be according to that such person, such and such person are very noble in nature. They do good deeds. Society will recognize them in that particular way. That is the reason that particular yoga is named as Amalakirti Yoga or Amala Yoga. It is also said that according to this yoga, the person has a very stable career. means they know that how to achieve the things in their career. They have a very clear perspective towards their career. Again, it will be seen that in which sign the planets are there, what are the aspects on the planets, and where the 10th lord is sitting. Because if the dignity of the 10th lord is not good, obviously the results are going to be disturbed. So basically, when we talk about the 10th house, we must understand that overall whatever karma we do can be seen through the 10th house. Means another thing, if we talk that 10th house is 7th away from the 4th house. If 4th house is our mother, then 10th house can also be signified by our father. Yes, we also talk about 9th house through the father. 10th house can also be seen as the spouse of mother, means our father. So that can also be seen through the 10th house. But in Vedic astrology, we normally take 9th house as our father. So it depends that how we take into that perspective. Now let us talk about the different planets when they come into the 10th house and what are the expected results we can get through that planets when they come into the 10th house. So let us start with the sun. When sun comes into the 10th house, sun gets complete directional strength. Now let us understand very beautifully, because you see 10th house normally deals with the afternoon time, that is the 12 o'clock, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Now it depends upon the longitude and latitude of which particular country and city are you. It may be 11:30, it may be 1:30, but overall that particular 2 hours, 12 noon to 2 p.m. That is the time when sun is apparently on the top of our head, means in the mid-heaven, that is the zenith. Sun is very bright that time, means you cannot ignore the brightness of sun that time. As if the sun is following you, means right on the head. So any person who is born at that particular time, sun comes into the 10th house, and sun is the significator of government, sun is the significator of father, sun is the significator of name, fame, status, recognition. So what happens? Sun in the 10th house denotes complete directional strength. Sun gets Digbala in the 10th house. So such type of person with the sun in the 10th house normally are very famous. They are very noble also, and at the time they are very generous. They will do the good deeds, and normally they are successful in whatever work they take in. It can be seen that they are either working for the government or they are normally in a very high post, because sun is the authority. Whatever work they do, whatever institution they are adjoined with, they are attached with, they are normally at the top level executives, means they might be the boss, because such people are the decision makers, because sun is the significator of such persons who can take the decision. Sun is the king. Sun is a very royal planet, and at that same time it is the king, because king can take the decision and other has to follow it, and others cannot ignore the name, fame, and that particular brightness of sun, because whenever sun is present there, people will simply follow them. So that is the reason sun in the 10th house can also signify such person is a very good leader. Now see, I am not talking about which sign it is. Here sun might be in exaltation, sun might be in debilitation, sun might be in a friendly sign or in a enemy sign. It depends. I'm not talking about the sign placement. I'm normally talking about that what happens when sun comes into the 10th house. It can also signify that the father of that particular native can be working with the government. It is a very brilliant placement, I will say, for sun to be in the 10th house, because 10th house is also the Upachya house, and whenever the malefics, and sun is a mild malefic, it is a cruel planet basically. So when a cruel planet like sun comes into the Upachya house like 10th house, the highest of the Kendra houses, such person has a very clear perspective, a clear focus towards their work. They know what sort of work they are going to do and what sort of work they must do. Very brilliant placement, I will say. Now let us talk about the moon. Now moon is a very soft planet. Moon is the significator of the 4th house, and normally moon gets directional strength in the 4th house. Now opposite to the 4th house is the 10th house. So now moon is forced to come away outside the shelter and the security of the home. Moon is the nourishment, moon is the nourisher. That emotional attachment can be seen through the moon. Now that soft planet, you are asking that soft planet to come outside and face the world. Now since moon is also a royal planet, here this type of native with moon in the 10th house, moon is the mind. Their mind is always towards their work, because 10th house is the house of work. Again I will say, it is the work, it is the house of karma. Means work means I am not talking about only the work of the livelihood. It can also symbolize any sort of work. It may symbolize that moon with the 10th house placement, such person can be doing work inside the home also, because they are always towards, their mind is always towards the work. And moon normally deals with the fluctuations. Wherever it sits, it brings ups and downs in the significations of that particular house, because moon is a very fast moving planet. It also can be seen through the waxing and waning part of the moon. Normally, if moon is exalted, if moon is a very good sign in 10th house, if moon is a very good dignity in 10th house, such persons have a very emotional attachment with their co-workers, with their basically with the public with whom they are attached with. Basically 10th house is the workplace, work environment, work ethics. So it can also symbolize that the person can be working with the government at a high post, but such type of persons are very compassionate with their co-workers. They are normally very nourishing, means people will feel very easy with such type of placement of moon in the 10th house. But their mind will be completely together with the work, means until and unless the work is finished, they will be completely in a fluctuations going through their mind. So because that restlessness is coming, because moon is losing the Digbala. Because in the afternoon sky where sun is very bright, we cannot see the moon, we cannot feel the presence of moon, because the brightness of sun is so high that time, we cannot feel the presence of moon. And moon has to come outside the shelter and security of the 4th house. Otherwise moon normally in the 10th house performs very good, because moon is also a benefic planet, very soft planet. Such type of persons are very charitable in nature, very noble in nature. They have a very emotional attachment with the people around them, working with them. Very good nourishing characteristics can be seen with such native. Such persons can be very good imaginative persons, can be very good writers, can be very good nursing can be seen with such type of persons. They can be very good in watery products. They can have a job or business in the watery products. Moon specifically deals with the movement. So such persons can be working from in the foreign lands, can be having water voyages, can be traveling a lot. That can be seen with the moon in the 10th house. They can be doing some business of the products which deals with nourishment. That can be seen with the moon in the 10th house. Now let us talk about Mars in the 10th house. Mars again is a fighter, Mars is a warrior, Mars is a soldier. Mars is such type of planet, means you just ask him to take the action. He is just waiting for the order from the king, from sun. He will get the order, he will simply execute it. Mars is that energy, Mars is that passion, and you are bringing such person in the house of work. You can imagine how beautiful placement it is. That is the reason Mars also gets 100% complete directional strength, Digbala, in the 10th house. Because when such energy is coming into the 10th house, it is simply taking the work as its aim and target. Means until unless the work is complete, that energy is completely very high at that particular level. Mars will take any sort of work. It will just challenge the work, that give me the work and I will do it for you. Such persons can be very good generals. They can be very good athletes. They can be very good in sports persons, policemen, soldiers. They can be the chief of army. They can be very good administrators. Such persons are very good at their work. Means because you see, Mars is the action oriented initiator, that soldier. It needs that work, it needs that energy to be implemented. Mars feels very energetic when it does the work, specifically in the 10th house when I'm talking about. And one beautiful aspect is that if Mars is in a very good dignity, specifically Mars is in the sign of Capricorn, Mars is in the sign of Aries or Scorpio, means in exaltation or its own sign, this forms a very powerful Raj Yoga or a very powerful yoga, I will say. Raj Yoga, it depends that whether it will form or not, but it forms a very good yoga. That is one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga, that is Ruchak Mahapurush Yoga, it forms. So according to that Ruchak Mahapurush Yoga, such persons are very brave. They can complete any work that they will take out. And that is that reason what happens, that since they know that how to complete that work, the people working with them may feel that such person is very arrogant in nature. Yes, it happens because here Mars is very energetic. So Mars will do any sort of thing to complete the work. Because you see, the fourth aspect of the Mars will be falling on the Lagna. Lagna is the body, that is the vitality, that is the masculine power. And the original sign of the Kalapurusha Kundali, the first house is Aries, that is also the house of Mars. So what will happen? Such type of placement will make the person very energetic. The vitality of the person will very increase. Such persons are very aggressive in nature, very action oriented, and at times very arrogant. They can finish off any work with their energy. That is the beauty of placement of Mars in the 10th house. Beautiful placement. Now let us talk about Mercury. Mercury is again a benefic planet. If Mercury is not afflicted, if Mercury is in a very good dignity, then it also forms a Mahapurush Yoga, that is called Bhadra Mahapurush Yoga. So Mercury in the 10th house, in such particular placement, such persons are very intelligent in nature. They are very analytical and logical in whatever work they do. According to Faladipika, another astrological work, it says that Mercury in the 10th house can signify that the person is very intelligent, they are long lived, and they are very clean in nature. Clean means from the body and the soul. They are praised by the generous, by the noble people and the generous people. They are very, themselves they are very generous, and in the society also they have a name, fame and status that such person will be doing good deeds, noble deeds. Because Mercury also is a benefic. So being the position of Mercury in the 10th house can also signify that it is also a Amal Kirti Yoga, Amla Yoga. So such person will have a very good stable career. Now see, Mercury, what it signifies? Mercury is the significator of speech, communication. Mercury signifies the education, knowledge. Intelligence means analytical intelligence. So such person can be very good orator, such person can be journalist, such person can be attached with the finance sector because Mercury is also finance. Such person can be a teacher, mathematician, such person can be astrologist because metaphysical astrology can also be signified with the Mercury. So hell lot of things. Not only that, Mercury can also signify the social media, because nowadays social media and the social communication can be seen through the internet, that we are typing through the emails and etc things, that can also be seen through the Mercury, because Mercury is the communication basically. So somebody is reading the news in the TV, we are seeing that some journalist is speaking with some VIP and some video conferences going on, that can also be seen through the Mercury, because Mercury is the significator of speech, communication. So hell lot of things Mercury can signify here. But since Mercury is such a planet which deals with analytical and logical intelligence, and Mercury is itself a benefic, so if it is in a good dignity, and if I say that, if I talk about the Bhadra Mahapurush Yoga, then such persons are very persuasive in nature, means they know how to persuade the other people. through their speech and communication. Such is the reason such persons are very eloquent orators and speakers. They can be a public speaker, they can be very good writers and publishers. Means they will write a novel and people will love to read it. That is the influence of Mercury in the 10th house. Brilliant placement, I will say. Because that intelligence, Mercury, will leave a very deep impact of intelligence within us. So that is the influence of Mercury in the 10th house. So let us talk about Jupiter in the 10th house. When we talk about Jupiter in the 10th house, you see, Jupiter is wisdom, Jupiter is higher intellect, Jupiter is our higher knowledge. We are bringing, Jupiter is luck basically, luck, fortune and everything, wealth. So we are bringing all those things in the house of karma, in the house of work. So it can signify that such person can have wealth through their luck. Such person can have name, fame, status through their wisdom. People will recognize such person as a very philosophical native, a very philosophical person. Such person can be teacher, such person can be lecturer in a college or a school. Such person can be a guru, a good consultant. Such person can have a dignity of having a very big knowledge, big set of knowledge. People will recognize that such person, oh my god, this person is very knowledgeable. Means they will respect him. That is the influence of Jupiter in the 10th house. Not only that, whenever Jupiter sits in the 3, 6, 10, 11, means these houses, in the Upachya houses, this gives rise to the Basumati Yoga, Lagna Basumati Yoga. Means if we see from the Lagna, the ascendant, then it forms the Lagna Basumati Yoga. If we see it from the Chandra, means the placement of moon, means the 10th house from the moon, then it can also be signified as the Chandra Basumati Yoga. It is also a very powerful yoga, a very benefic and powerful yoga. It can signify the person can be very wealthy in nature, the person will have good and noble deeds, will overcome all the enemies, and will have all the amenities of life. So that can be signified through Jupiter. And don't forget, Jupiter is also one of the greatest benefit. So placement of Jupiter in the 10th house can also give rise to Amalakirti Yoga. So you can understand what is the significance of Jupiter in the 10th house, how beautiful and how powerful it is. And Jupiter means expansion. It expands wherever it sits. So it can signify the person can have successful ventures in more than one professions or more than one work. The person can have name, fame, status, wealth or recognition or titles from more than one profession, more than one work successfully. It may be seen, sometimes it happens that person, a native can take one work and it gets failed, then he opts for another work, again it gets failed, again suddenly he will or she will take some another work. But with the placement of Jupiter in the with the placement of Jupiter in the 10th house, it can signify that the person will have successful ventures in one or more professions. Simultaneously it can happen that the person may be a teacher and at the same time the person may have one or more other professions side by and successfully running, and the person is having equal name and fame and status and recognition in the society in all those professions. That can be seen from that Jupiter in the 10th house. And not only that, such person has very good reputation. They have a good reputation in the sense that they do good deeds, they do meritorious deeds. So that is the significance of Jupiter in the 10th house. It can also signify that the person can be a teacher or lecturer in the government institutions. It can also signify that, because 10th house is the government and Jupiter signifies education, teachers, lecturers, guru. So it is a very good placement for Jupiter in the 10th house. If we talk about the next planet, that is Venus, again Venus is a very great benefic. So when Venus comes into the 10th house, Venus is the love, pleasure. Venus is basically the passion, and 10th house is the acquisition of rank, honor, titles, recognition. So such person can have a very good passion towards the acquisition of that honor, title, rank and high authority. Such person can take up the such type of work in which he or she can get the high position in their life. Normally it can be seen that these type of persons are very wealthy, they do good works, and whatever work they do, they try to attain the highest position, because Venus is a such type of planet, it will take the native to that highest position, because it is that passion, it is that love towards that attaining that particular recognition, that name, fame, status in the society. People around them, means people will respect them, that such person has a very comfortable lifestyle at their workplace, because Venus also symbolizes the comforts. Such person can be having a very cozy and luxurious office and all sorts of amenities and comforts which one can think of, that Venus can give in the 10th house. Now one another aspect is also there. Venus loses the directional strength in the 10th house, because Venus gets Digbala in the 4th house. So opposite to the 4th house is the 10th house. So here Venus loses the Digbala. So what happens that when we talk about the Venus in the 10th house, Venus is love and 10th house is the work. So such person can have a great love towards the work, means such person can be doing their work, means every time thinking of work, every time doing their work, they can feel very good and comfortable when they are doing their work. It can also signify that Venus is the spouse. So the spouse of the native can be a working person, that can also be seen from the Venus in the 10th house. But again, Venus in the 10th house can also signify that if it is in a very good position, if it is in a exaltation on its own sign, then it also give rises to the Mahapurush Yoga. The name of the Mahapurush Yoga is Malavya Mahapurush Yoga. I forgot to mention with the Jupiter. When Jupiter is in its exaltation on its friendly sign, then Jupiter also give rises to Hamsa Mahapurush Yoga. So you can understand that how these planets become so powerful when they are in good dignity, specifically in the 10th house. And that particular dignity, that particular position of the planets gives huge name, recognition, because a great benefit like Venus, if it is in a good dignity in the 10th house, such person will obviously do good deeds, noble deeds. Due to the presence of Venus, such person will be very knowledgeable, they will have a very good status, name, fame and comfort, specifically at the work arena. So that is the blessing of Venus in the 10th house. Now let us talk about the Saturn. When we talk about Saturn, Saturn is the planet of work. Saturn is the planet of karma. And 10th house is the karma sthan. You are bringing the planet of karma to the house of karma. So you can understand that how beautiful it is. But what happens, Saturn in the 10th house can signify that Saturn means delays. Saturn will delay the thing. So it can symbolize that the person can get the name, fame, status after huge hell lot of work, very hard work. Such persons will be very hardworking in nature, because they have to do it. Until and unless they will do the hard work, they are not going to get that result, because Saturn will make them do it. Don't forget, the original 10th house of the natural zodiac is the Capricorn, that is also ruled by Saturn. So when Saturn comes into the 10th house, it makes the person do work, hell lot of work. But again, when the person is doing the hard work, when the person is giving its sweat, blood and sweat, so what happens, when Saturn will give the result, because the result can be seen from the 11th house, and originally the 11th house is also the house of karma fun, that is also ruled by Saturn. So that particular gain will also be seen and will be given by Saturn itself. So now what will happen? If the person is really hardworking, if the person is doing the good karma in their life, Saturn will definitely give that name, fame and status. That particular, all sorts of gains of the 10th house can be given by Saturn. And trust me, when Saturn gives it, it gives it for eternity. It will stay for long amount of time. Because Saturn is the significator of delay. It delays, it does not denies. It will give. A time will come when it will give, and when it will give, boom. Means Jupiter is very good. Jupiter is great benefit. Jupiter deals with expansion. But when I'm talking about Saturn, when Saturn gives, it stays for eternity. It stays for long amount of time. Means the person will now feel that whatever I have got, I have earned it. He or she will understand the value of whatever the things they have got. That is the beauty of Saturn. So now let us talk about the planet Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is the obsession. Rahu is the desire, the unfinished desire of the past life. Now Rahu comes into the 10th house. So what will happen? Rahu will take all sorts of means to gain that status, name, fame. Means Rahu deals with Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved. Means all sorts of things. I mean, it can be the wrong means also I'm talking about. Rahu, if Rahu feels that I am not getting it in a straight way, it can simply take any shortcut to get that name, fame and status, because Rahu is that obsession. So if Rahu is in a good dignity in the 10th house, so it brings name, fame and status in the life of the native much more. I'm not talking about the what sort of karma the person is doing. Obviously Rahu deals with cheating. Rahu deals with shortcut. So it will make the native do all sorts of work to get that name, fame and status. It may happen that the person is bound to do some immoral deeds. It may happen, but yes, the presence of Rahu there can symbolize the person can get the name, fame and status in a very quick way. It can symbolize that the person can be deals with the media, with technology, because Rahu is technology and media. Rahu is a smoky planet, so anything where air related works can be seen through Rahu. And here Rahu can symbolize such a person, means he can take up the name, fame, status of some other person. Means suppose this can symbolize the person has joined a company and he has taken some immoral or some other means, any type of means, to take the authority of the boss. Means now he is the boss. Means he will ask the people, means people will follow him. He will do such type of work that finally he will join the company and he will turn out the boss of the company. He will remove all the obstructions, either by politics or by any means, because Rahu takes the shortcut. So that is the reason Rahu in the 10th house can also symbolize a politician. So that is the presence of Rahu in the 10th house. Now let us talk about Ketu. Just like Rahu was the obsession, Rahu took any means to get the name, fame and status. Ketu is basically isolation and detachment. Ketu in the 10th house can symbolize the person has no more attachment towards the significance of the 10th house. Means Ketu is just opposite to the Rahu. So here Ketu can symbolize that the person is working in an institution and one day suddenly something happened with the boss and the person will say that keep your job with you, I am going. Because Ketu is isolation and detachment. It can also symbolize the person is working in such an institution where the person has to work in isolation or confinement. Means no interaction with somebody else. that can be also symbolized with Ketu. Means Ketu is isolation, 10th house is work. So working in isolation can also be seen through Ketu in the 10th house. Ketu is spirituality. Such person can be a spiritual initiator, a spiritual guru, can also be seen through the Ketu in the 10th house. And Ketu and Rahu, when you compare, you will see that both of the planets are completely opposite to each other. So this was the planets in when they come into the 10th house. So again and again I will say that, see, basically the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, the Capricorn, and 10th house deals with the work and work ethics, that is the duty, commitment, sacrifice, because that is what Saturn wants from you. Until unless we give the duty, we give the commitment and sacrifice, the perseverance, patience, if we don't have all these things, we are not going to get the gain out of the 10th house, means out our karma. So it is necessary that whatever situation we face in our life, it may happen that we feel, suppose we are feeling that we are having the most adverse time of our life, but still I will say that if you are feeling the most adverse time in your life, still try to do the good karma, try to do the good noble deeds, because whatever we are doing, the same type of result Saturn will give us. There are three significators of the 10th house, that is the Sun, Mercury and Saturn. Sun is the decision maker. Sun is the basically authority, that what decision to be taken. The decision maker is Sun. What are the pros and cons of the decision? Means the discriminatory power, true, false, yes, no, that can be seen through Mercury. And after Mercury takes that decision, that what to do, what not to do, Saturn takes that work of the function of implementing that particular decision, that how to implement it, how to keep it into the works and the life of the people. That is the reason these three planets are the significator of the 10th house. Apart from the position of the 10th lord, apart from the position of the planets in the 10th house, the position of Sun, Mercury and Saturn will also signify what sort of karma and how the profession, career and work of that particular native will go out, and how the people around the in the society or the world will have a perception towards the native. This all can be seen through the significators, that is Sun, Mercury and Saturn, 10th house and the 10th lord. So again I will say, try to do the good karma, try to do the noble deeds, because ultimately you will get the good result. If now today, if yes tomorrow, you will definitely get it, because Saturn is taking the responsibility, and trust me, when Saturn takes the responsibility, he will make sure that he will give it. If not today, tomorrow. So take care. And if I will say that next time when I come back, I will be coming back with the 11th house of the astrology, that is the gains of the 10th house. Don't forget to watch that. And if you have liked this video, then press the like button, share it among your friends and near and dear ones, so that they can understand the complete perceptions of the planets in the 10th house, what is the significance of the 10th house, and what does 10th house in the astrology actually means. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, press the subscribe button below and press the notification bell icon, because see, many times I make the video, you don't get notified, so press the notification bell icon. And if you have any query, if you have any opinion towards the 10th house, type it in the comment box. That is what the comment box is given there. I will see it, I will reply to the comments. And if you have any other query regarding any other videos, if you want to get from me, then you can type there. Okay, so take care, have a good day. So tomorrow the lunar eclipse is there and Guru Purnima is there, so I will wish a happy Guru Purnima for all of you. So I am signing off for today, thanking you, bye bye.